Hi crafty YouTubers, it's the Cranky Crafter here, and my name's Sarah. Welcome to my channel, and I'm coming back on. Ooh, put my tongue back in my head and managed to talk properly. I'm coming back on because you remember we made the one card yesterday. This is the card that we made yesterday, and I did add some Nuvo drops. Can't remember if I'd actually put those on the video. I don't think I did, but I did add a few little Nuvo drops there. I come back on. We'll be using the Simple Stories Love and Adore, and this is what I've got left. I made 10 cards in total using this paper pad, so I thought I'd come and share them with you. So this, as you know, is the one that we did yesterday. Well, I did them all yesterday, actually. I'm just filming it today. And then we have this one. This one says, "You are my happy." This is actually my favourite one of them all. So, did that one. I did this one. And I used a die to cut the love out. That one's quite cute. This one, it says, "Loved you yesterday, love you still, always have and always will." And I used a bit of glossy accents on the first letter of each word of the big words, and then just pop some little hearts, and I stamped a background there, and some Nuvo drops there. These I used, this is the backing paper from the paper pad, but I used some die cuts that I had, which I thought went quite well with this, and then just some Nuvo drops there and there. So that's that one. Then there's this one, and I added some Nuvo drops to the square there, and I used this is the Lawn Fawn XOXO die that I had. Quite nice. Put that there like that. Then this was actually the last card I made, so these aren't actually in order, but I added 3 of the cut parts up here. That says February 14th. This is a bit of word overkill, this card, but it says, "You have my heart, PS I love you," and then it says down here, you will forever be my always," which is quite a sweet sentiment. And then some Nuvo drops there and there, and I put a bit of Wink of Stella on this card as well. So this was the last one I made, but it's overkill, I think. And this one I made a tag, this lovely little tag I made to put on it using one of the cut parts there, and this backing paper from the paper pad, and again some Nuvo drops that I used on it, which is quite sweet, and I bit of ribbon on that one there. Well, shall we move them all up a bit because I'm running out of space? Whoops, days. Yeah, I just thought I'd come on and share with you all the cards that I made. This one, I die cut the word love, die cut it 3 times and then stuck it together to make it a little bit thicker there. And this is one of the cut parts from the paper pad. It says, "It will always be you," and then some Nuvo drops there. That one. And then lastly we have this one here, which I used 4 of the cut parts together. I backed it onto the black cardstock, onto this really gorgeous pretty paper here from the paper pad. All these cut parts were from the paper pad, and so I mean, look, I mean, I made 10 cards using the paper pad with a few dies, but you know, you can just use a paper pad you don't need to have lots of supplies. And you know, I have got lots of supplies that I need to use up, and so rather than buy a new paper pad this year, I'm using up my supplies that I already have. And I challenge you to all do the same. Don't buy new stuff, just use what you've got, and you know, you can come up with some. You don't need to keep buying new stuff to make nice cards. And also showing you that you can make a lot of cards just using one paper pad. Yes, I did use a few dies, but there are lots of things on here which actually just use the paper pad on its own. So thank you for joining me. I hope you like what I've made using the paper pad. If you do, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, click the subscribe button, and you'll be notified when I upload some new videos. So thank you all for joining me. I just wanted to share with you the rest of the cards that I made using the same paper pad. So bye for now, folks. Bye.